Full. All right. I'm right back into it. Oh, nice. Just need to change into shorts. It was too warm. I was looking more at that Instamat program during my break, and it looks awesome. I'll definitely be messing around with that on stream sometime soon. That way it stops shifting the view. Oh, well, thank you, Thorn. We're working on the hair. Oh, I need to open Unity again. Let's sit down. Sit down. Oh, man. Post lunch fugue state. I'm just ready to sleep. Have some Oreos. Ooh, delicious. All right, that hair's looking really good. Ooh. Oh, it's really tasty. Look at that. Oh, we'll have to color the head too. Did it, so make sure we're filling in some of these gaps. Yaps. That looks really good though. Looks like candy. Perfect. All right, well, let's keep messing around with that. I think what I'll do. Yaps. Hmm. Oh, I'm so full. Definitely fruity. Pride Month. Perfect avatar for Pride. I really love how that came out though. It's like, I don't know, juicy fruit or something. um, that was the curve layer. And what I'd like to do is add a template. Here. Here with a, this one we'll use an ambient occlusion. Convert it. Set it to multiply. Just get a little darker in there. Yeah. It's a little darker. Did you know that Earth without art is eh? Did you know that Earth without an E and an H plus an F is fart? Oh yeah, overlay looks really nice. Wow, look at that. Vibrant. I want like a mix though. Actually, don't. I'll just set this to normal. And I'll set this one to multiply. No, that doesn't work. I need this one to be multiply. And we'll duplicate it and we'll make this one overlay 2. So I'll make the multiply a little lighter. Somewhere right in between, right? About there. Or we get a little bit more saturation out of it. And then for the curvature, somewhere right around there. Let's see what we can do with the balance. That's way too strong, too light. Somewhere right in the middle with a filter. Ooh, yeah. A little dark, a little too dark, but I like it. I don't like this though. I like to ease some of these harsher shadows out. But I feel like this is a little bit closer to what we actually have. Why does it look pixelated? Let's take this all, set it to high quality compression. Oh yeah, okay, much better. Much better, okay, good. Just a compression issue. Very satisfying, okay. I think for the body, if we could get some of the highlights out of crevices, that'd be good. I don't want it to be shiny in the shadows. Here or in here. It should just be on the like tips, the ridges of things. Just the tip. Let's look a little bit closer at our contrast here. So I can make it sharper this way. I kind of like that actually. It's really, really strong. So let's try to bring it back a little bit closer to the original colors. Just very washed out. Is that my multiply? Just feels washed out. Then let's add a filter for hue. Let's turn the saturation. Yeah, right about there. Okay. That could just be my eyes. I am slightly colorblind, so May just be missing that. Right, that feels nice. A little bit less overlay out there. Multiply. What about a little bit more saturation, but not crazy. Excuse me. Another thing I'd like to do is in the multiply layers, I'm going to add roughness and take it out. I do not want it to be shiny in the shadows. All right. For the ambient occlusion, can I mask the anisotropic? Dang, that looks fucking dope. What the heck? What the fuck? Looks great. Okay, cool. I love that. Now the anisotropic, I still feel like it's not like I don't want to really see it in the crevices here. I feel like that looks really awesome though. Hello, Namish. Welcome. Welcome. Sorry. So welcome. Just want that edge. But we do need to mask it. And let's give it a slight blue. Actually, more like a purple. That may be outside my ability to perceive it. I don't know how much more I should push it. That is good. I fucking love that. All right, nice. Let's look at the body again. The body. For the body. We did layer in the shadow. I would like to use it to control the roughness. We're going to pull out the roughness in that area. Maybe even add in a little bit more inclusion. No, keep that out for now. It's tough because the substance of view feels very different from what we're seeing in Unity. So I have to find like something that's kind of a mix between these. Something closer. This feels somewhat closer. Do that for now. Okay. And for the skin, kind of interested to see what happens if we give it a little bit. Just like a little teensy bit. Is there a way to make a more one-to-one between substance and Unity? Does it depend on the shader you have on? It definitely depends on the shader, but there's no Poyomi shader. Sorry, I may have been lagging there. There's no Poyomi shader in Substance, so really you have to lean on just going back and forth between Unity and Substance. Don't seem to lag on exports anymore. Interesting. That's good. I feel like my computer has been a little bit better performing. I'm not sure what the difference is. So I really didn't do much between apartments, like between moving. And I feel like that's kind of the only, who knows. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. That may be a very American saying. Maybe lag was tied to the streaming software plus the internet connection. That's true. The internet connection there was pretty shit. Muy malo. This is not making a difference in the slightest. So, what do I do about that? Right. Okay. Let's take another closer look at the boy here. The way the eye holes look right now is looking like a puck shooter. Well, not puck shooter. Like a pit load of those Pez dispensers. Puck shooting. Oh my god. You're right. 100-mile-per-hour portable fuck cannon. This spot right here. I am gonna make it a little bit darker. Just slightly. That's not just slightly, but that's okay. Hello, Frosty. Welcome. It's been a while. How you doing? And I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking. Loading. Yeah, right now we're working on this guy. Slowly chipping away at him. Right. Okay, so we've got few elements. There's a gradient on the, or there's a line on the cheeks. So let's add that. Call this cheek motif, I suppose. And start with just a solid color. I'm gonna hit it with a fill. We'll set to planar, no repeat. And that way we can just shrink it way down, move it up. Can't really see it. Let's put it above. Do we put it above the shadow? Above the shadow. No. Be a little bit darker because I can barely see it. From there. Looks pretty good. Maybe rotate it this way. And make sure it's very sharp. I could use a path. I won't. You know what? Take that back. I'm going to use a path. Because I can make it symmetrical. It's going to be really difficult to get them exactly the same. Very, pretty much impossible, actually. It would be impossible to get them exactly the same. But oh, I see. It's getting. further over to the side. I wish you could have control handles. You set like the tangent and tilt and stuff. That would be really handy. I will go with that. Actually erase it and repaint it. Awesome. Oh, that's good. Hello, Mr. Potato. Welcome back. Hello, hello. We're working on, oops, this guy right now. Slowly chipping away at him. A little darker than he should be. He's got kind of a blush, too. I'm doing good. Doing good. Hungry. Actually, not that hungry. Feel very full. I'm snacky. I want chocolate. I wouldn't say that I'm hungry, though. That's my current dilemma dealing with right now. To get sugar or to not get sugar? That question. Let me tell you, I really want some sugar. Okay, let's add a anchor point on top. Drop in another flat, do fill, grab anchor point, and then we'll do a generator, filter, set to inverse subtract. How about just subtract? Yeah. And that way we can get a little edge on the sides. And what we really want to do is set it to multiply and then blur it just a little. Maybe overlay instead. It just has the slightest edge. Right there. Save. All right. Now, part of the reason he looks darker is because I made the base metallic. I will undo that. All right, it's looking pretty good. It might be nice to darken the tendons in the neck or give them like an outline. And yeah, actually, we're going to take the cheek symbol. We're going to have a gradient. Guess we'll have a white mask. No, we'll do black mask. And then here, we'll copy this one. Paste it here. And I would like to put it right here so I can fade out the cheek in a very natural way. Instead of having it just end in a goofy blob. Bo, 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 bo. It's a little closer. Still a little darker than I think the reference image. This is the reference image that I'm looking at, by the way. So I think what would be good is to actually get the eyeball in now so we can establish a better contrast and start understanding what we're actually looking at. So let's do that. Go here. We'll take our eye and we'll export these to their own folder. Run one. Thankfully, this one's super easy because we only need the one object. And bam.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Bam. All right. Now this is going to be interesting because it's kind of this like rounded rectangle shape. Hmm. Can you use the path tool on the UV layer? I'm going to go here. Paint. No. Purely a 3D tool. Okay. That's kind of annoying. It'd be very useful to be able to use that on the UV map too. Stare. Staring. Staring. I guess let's take a look at fills. We'll do our rectangle. Rectangle. Like this. Oops. It's already on. That's not bad. and then turn off. Repeat. Sample the color. We'll add a anchor point on the layer above. This will be iris, I guess. I know, right? You can't. It makes so much sense that you'd be able to, but classic Adobe. Classic. And we'll add an outline. This color. Sample our pupil edge. Zoom in on this one. Usually shouldn't be blurred at all. There we go. All right, that looks good. And then is the middle the same color? Duplicate this one, set it to subtract. Break it down. All right, we'll just have to do a recreation of this. Hello, Zoom. Welcome back. How's your evening going? Playing games, enjoying life. Hey, that's good to hear. As it should be. As it should be. Ooh. Sorry. Hello, Ray. Welcome back. Hello, hello. So I guess within here, we need another color. This will be iris shadow. And we'll make it a circle. Blender Market's giving a free tool away every day. 10 days. That's pretty cool. What's up for grabs right now? Utopia Flow. Okay, heck yeah. I think you can get that one for free though already. not 100% on that. There. Okay, that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. And we'll copy that. We'll go to the iris outline, pupil outline. And the iris outline, we'll drop in another layer. And I'll make it and add in that same color here. Like that. Anyways, thought I'd let you know. I appreciate it. I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for their future updates. Because definitely, I love the price of free. It's a very good price. Hello, Arisa. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome. Now if we can just find a good deal on Substance Painter. Should check out Instamat. I'm not sure if you were here earlier when we were talking about that, but I'm going to be taking a look at it. It's basically a better Substance Painter for free. So I'll post that in chat. How you doing? Your stream always cheers me up just by existing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we're doing pretty good. We're working on this guy here. We're getting into some of the detailing right now, getting him looking proper. Still more work to do, of course, but feeling like he's coming together pretty darn well. Pretty darn well. He has the man titties. Yes, he does. All right, let's export him with the eyes now. Wow, I'm sleepy. Nice, I'll check that out. Good. It looks nice. I will definitely be using it, or at least learning it soon, because I'm quite interested in just completely removing myself from Adobe at this point. Oops. Time to divest. And then we'll just make a new material. A little big right now. That looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. a little strong. There we go. Just a little bit of saturation on the sides. I bought some discs off of Gumroad that attach to your avatar and let you throw them and recall them to your hand. Pretty cool. Oh, well, good. Good old Lindy. Really loving this metallic look. I really like that. If I can get that character looking a bit more shiny in this way, then I will do that. I will do that. I will do that. We're also going to make... Look at the reference one more time. Bam. Bam. The eye is not... It should be a little rounded. The pupil. The pupil should also... Or the iris... Sorry. Iris should be a little rounded. And the pupil. The pupil should also be bigger and a little bit narrower. Okay, so let's adjustments. So we'll go into here. Sorry about that. And then the outline. That. Now, is there a way for me to warp it after? I think so. I think I should be able to make a fill layer on top. It's just color. And then we set the color to pass through. Pretty sure something like that. Through. Maybe we add a filter just to the color, that is warp. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's working. Cool. Wibbly wobbly, I like it. And then we want to use a custom noise, and that noise will be tape. This one. And we'll want to turn up that intensity. See it distorting a little bit. Maybe the bell instead. No, that one's working well. So, bell. The tiling is set to 1. Maybe set the warp to 1. It's like almost what I want. Wow, that's odd. That is odd. Warp. Directional warp. Just a warp. Look at a few more filters. We have blur. I mean, warp's really it. There's other shapes. Better. It's so fascinating that it does that. It's really cool, actually. No idea how you're doing what you're doing, but I'm gonna sit here cross-eyed until I understand. I'm making a filter to distort the eye, so this shape. I want to distort this shape, so I'm using this warp filter, and I can give it a custom noise. So I'm feeding in some shapes to distort it with, and I'm getting very, very interesting results. Results I did not quite expect. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but this wasn't really it. Like, that's fucking wild. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know what's causing it to do that. But also, I think it's really cool. I want to use that with other stuff. This one's probably the most correct. But it's still not super great. I would love the ability to adjust just one of these handles. Like in Photoshop. Look at this tiling. That can't offset it, can't skew it. Maybe I could warp it here as well with, again, a custom noise. Let me try a gradient this time. If I can spell. That's a dot gradient. Also, again, that was really interesting that it does that. I'm like really into that. I think that's really cool. And I like it. Not enough. Okay, I probably should just hop into Photoshop and work on it there. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer though. I should be able to do everything I want to do in here. I would rather be able to do everything here. Oh, I can use an anchor point. That's actually way better. So if that's the case, then I really can do whatever I want. Okay. So do that. We'll make a folder. We'll add a mask. Hello, Arctic. Welcome. We'll add a fill and then an anchor point. And that fill, which we'll call fill, we'll add this. And then I go to the warp and I can feed in my custom distort. Now I have the ability to move. Wow. Wow. Now I can move it. Okay, so I would need to not blur this. Very cool. That's much more like what I want to do. Yeah, that's actually super close. Awesome. And then, yeah, I can make it even more exaggerated. That. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, that's awesome, actually. And then I'll do a little blur on top of it. Just a teensy little blur. Pretty close. All right, let's actually just totally get rid of that. Well, not get rid of it, but I want to turn off the base layer. No, we'll leave it on there. What I want to do is go to the base layer and make it transparent. And make all the other layers not transparent. Here. Bada boom, bada boom. 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 And here. And boom. That says nothing. But the warp. Oh, that's a little annoying. It should affect the opacity just the same as everything else. No, it wouldn't, because I have to set the opacity layer to also be passed through. Gotcha. Funny. That should be good. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll export again. And we'll go here, and it won't look different, but we'll get rid of the bottom. I will sample the color of the eye, and we'll add it on a decal. This is cool, because now I can put the decal here. And we can give it a little bit of depth. Now push it back a little bit so it feels like it's in the eye. Very cool. I push it a little bit further and scale it up a little bit. Say 1.5, 5. Keep some of that. Just made myself a little logo. Now struggling to find a font to fit it. Also, my name just now looked like gibberish to me. If it looks like gibberish to you. More like fartic wanderer. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh wow, I'm very pleased. Very pleased with how this is coming out. More to do though, because now what we'll do is add a anchor point here, which we'll call warped eye. And we'll make another new layer. I may have guessed that. And there, we'll guess we'll get rid of the mask. We'll drop in the fill like this. Just the color. No, we'll need a new channel, user channel 0. And we'll use user 0 here, but feed in the base color to it. Now I can look at user 0 and we see this. Interesting. Good. Almost very good. Remember the product I was working on for my store? I finally finished it. Would you like to check it out and give me your opinion? Yeah, please go right ahead. Actually, I can delete these, go back to each individual layer, add in user 0, one at a time. Right, there's nothing in there. And then just make sure that user 0 is also passed through, so it gets the same warp everything else does. On the base layer, we have user 0 as black. This, we're missing one layer. Somewhere here. Cool. I was asking for permission first because I didn't want to sound rude or anything. No, I do appreciate you asking. Do appreciate asking, and happy to show it off. Pool party outfit. Oh, very charming. Oh wow, extensive too. Look at all those different colors. Very charming. I like the caustic looking effect. Etsu. These look great. I love it. Love the fabric. Very cool. That's awesome, Ariso. Let's go. Getting that shop up and running. I like it. Let's go. And we'll call this warp. And on top of this, we'll make a new layer, which is just user 0, set to pass through. That we can filter, blur, actually bevel this way, like that. Then we'll levels it. Oh, only user 0. Like that. Okay, I think that's what we want to do. About to find out. I wish more people made clothes for my avatar. I was thinking of relaunching the product 8 times, like I've seen some other artists do. They make an outfit like mine, then they relaunch it with a different thumbnail, compatible with Rindo. Interesting. It depends. If you don't have a following yet, I think that would be okay to do if you're looking to try to get people in the door. But I think once you have people following you, I think that you could turn your own customer base off doing that. I think that strat gives you more visibility / exposure. It definitely could. You can also only change the thumbnail, not relaunch, but just change the thumbnail, which that would probably be what I'd recommend once you have like an audience. But I would be a little hesitant to, if you do have people that are like, they have like announcements on your store page or something like that. That might be, you just want to be careful not to spam people. That's all. That's your only concern. Or, sorry, specifically spam your own customers. Okay, we're going to export these textures. We're going to make a new template for this as well. We'll take the one we're using, V4, duplicate, and we're going to call this V8 eyes. That's it, V8 eyes. And then we'll add a gray channel, copy that, pop that in there, and we'll call this, I guess it's height. It's basically height. That will use our user 0. Oh yeah, I totally could have just done a height map for that. Everything I did just now could have just been a height map, but it's too late, so I'm gonna skip that. Okay, and then we'll select it and export. All right, and then we can scroll to the bottom of the material, special effects or global modifiers, UVs. We'd like to do parallax height mapping. It's literally called height mapping. Funny. Drop in there. All right, that looks odd. Something's wrong. It is backwards. Let's see, I have 17 likes on that product, no followers yet, but that's fine. Can't expect much from the first product the first day is right. Booth is a little bit harder to get followers on. I would recommend the site's Jinxie is a great one. Just Gumroad Discover in and of itself, if you give them like the 30% fee. I mean, at the start, you might want to do it 100% just to get customers in the door. Really get your product super visible. But Gumroad, Jinxie, VRC Arena, those are the 3 places that I get the most coverage from, or most attention from. Booth is a little bit harder, I would say. People tend to pursue just the well-known stuff on Jinxie. It's not really a complaint. That's just what it is. So this does not look as good as I thought it would. This really does not look very good. Why is that? Is it because of the depth? It is because of the depth. I wonder, I can change the tiling here. Oh, right. I scaled up and scaled it. That's why. Okay. So now if I add depth, it's still goofy. So I have to kind of feel out the, oh, that's a challenge. All right, well, it shouldn't be that strong anyway. It's maximum strength. It should be like right about there. So, but it's just not quite clicking on the sides, is it? And that's because of the depth. Funny. I mean, that looks pretty cool though. IMO. Did apply for Jinxie, but haven't been replied yet. Gotcha. And about Gumroad, you are right. But wouldn't it look weird to have Eastern avatars on a Western website? I would not worry about that. Your only concern is getting eyes on your products. You know, even Yeah, no, I think that's not a non-issue because your audience is VR chat. Your audience is not Eastern or Western. You have an international demographic. You don't have a Eastern or Western demographic. There are just as many weebs here, here, and on the Western side of the world as there is on the Eastern side of the world. Figured ways to the international audience rather than Western Eastern. VR chat's going to be one of the first, in my eyes, is going to be one of the first truly international games and communities. Um, it really already is that. I mean, there are very few games where I've ever seen a language exchange program. I think that's really kind of it's significant, really. Um, there's nothing else like that. Feels really international. Feels international, even just hopping in any public lobby. Exactly. I'm always always a lot of Europeans are on when I get on, even Australians, which is surprising because I mean they have to basically be nocturnal that to happen. But um, okay, I'm, the parallax is okay, just okay though. It's like almost really good. I think what I want to do is go to the iris outline, and I'm actually going to swap this to black. And the this one as well, so that it's a little bit smaller. Having said that, then I'll move on with the plan of making the outfit compatible with some of the Western female base bodies. Another interesting thing about the clothing, sometimes if you post it with a specific avatar, people are going to assume that it's only compatible with that avatar. If you post the outfit by itself, people will assume that they can take that and put that on any avatar, which I think like maybe you could do like a few different avatars that have the outfit on it, but advertise the outfit just kind of by itself. It at least that's what I would be looking for, but that's also because I know I can take it and adapt it. Um, this is still a little too strong. It's interesting. I didn't expect it to be quite so intense. All right, I think that looks good though. Right around there. Yeah. Okay, let's turn our attention back to the hair really quick. Because I want to change the eyelashes and eyebrows. I understand. Also, agree. Honestly, I feel like people, at least on this side, like seeing just the outfit standalone would catch the attention, and then the product's website can further elaborate. Exactly, exactly. This guy makes a couple outfits for my avatar, and as a customer, I always appreciate you show us how they fit on all the supported avatars. I need to ask you: do you think it affects the sales to use VRC Fury instead of modular avatar, and also use Poyomi instead of Little Tune? I don't think Poyomi makes a difference. Most people probably don't know, like a lot of people don't know what VRC Fury is or modular avatar. If you just say that that's what they need in order to get the product to work, then they're going to download it and use it. So I don't think you have to be too worried in that regard, because people will just straight up, they're when you think about like, oh, I want to do something online. Like, how many times do you go to a YouTube tutorial and they're like, download these 3 pieces of software and then use it? I think people are kind of used to that. So I think that'll be okay. As long as you have something that they want, they're going to be willing to use VRC Fury or modular avatar or Poyomi or Little Tune. It's like, that's what I'm used to. It's like, go to Google, tells me to download 5 things, and I'm going to download 5 things. VRC Fury is stupid easy too. I prefer it. Well, actually, that means I have not tried modular avatar, so I've only done VRC Fury, so something to explore future for me. But yeah, I like what you're pointing out here, Ray. This person's work. It is good to see the characters. I should probably be a little careful scrolling through, but it is good to see it adapted to multiple avatars. Yeah, but I would like probably do a shot of the outfit, and then on the next page do something like this, like a spread of a few characters wearing the clothes. Though just starting out, that might be expensive, because usually you have to buy the bases in order to make products for them. I mean, true, I prefer VRC Fury because it allows me to make my assets plug and play, drag and drop, and that's inherently part of the value I provide to my customers. Ease of use. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it teaches people that they can do that too. You know, if it's too complex, people will just, they'll suffer through it, but they won't understand why it's important. All right, let's change the color of the eyebrows here, eyelashes. So the eyebrows are just blue. So I'll move this down here. Sample the blue. Oops. And so all right. The curvature here, I want to add a fill, or no, not a paint. Set this to halfway and just get rid of it a little bit. I'd like a little bit of influence from there, but a lot less. And then we'll do the eyelashes. Do you think it will take long for the Jinxie people to respond to my request? I wasn't aware that I have to apply as a creator to start selling there. It didn't take me long. They will want to get you on the platform if you have products. So you can also message the creator of the platform, creator of Jinxie, directly. If you don't hear back from them, I would just tell them, hey, like, I applied. They're on Twitter, so you can just find the Jinxie creator on Twitter. They also have a Discord, and you can just be like, hey, like, it's been like 4 days. No one's responded to my request yet. How long should I expect? I would make sure to just ask it as a question, like, what is the general time frame? Because I've been impatient before, and you don't want to upset vendors. They're making you money, so it's Definitely, go easy on him. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to delete that one. We're going to use a template planar gradient. Let's eyelash dark. And grab that color. Boom. And then I can adjust the gradients. I feel like I should see that. No color showing up. What is that? Uh, huh. Should be seeing something. Or I guess it's the same color. That's probably why. There we go. Interesting. It does feel very muted though. Let's take these both and move them to the very top. Feels like it's a different color. Could be this exact dark color. This color. Why is it not? Why is it not this color? It's at the top. Linear dodge. If I turn off the gradient, we get that. Maybe balance is wrong. Let's turn off hardness. That's weird. It should not be like that. If I pull this out. There we go. All right, now it's very dark. Oh, duh. It's because I had my paint not on a full value. So, okay, there we go. And then we'll duplicate, flip it. I'll just say invert. Lazy. Move it over. Right about there. Okay, and then we'll actually copy this, go into the eyebrows, and we'll do something very similar with this guy. I delete something. Invert again. All right, there we go. So those are the colors that it should actually be. For some of these colors, the eyelashes, I'm going to make these ones very metallic on the edges and on the inner portion, because I like that contrast. I feel like it gives it a very stylized look, a delicious look. I may pull that out, but for now, we'll leave it in. It would be nice to have a little shadow on the eye. I could do a second material, like just shrink the eyeball just a little and make a shell over it that then shades, it just tints the color beneath it. But that's pretty extra, and I don't need to do it right now. This character from something or an original idea? This is a commission. So there's a VTuber named Ren, and this is his avatar, his VTuber. He does like live VTubers, live 2D VTubers, and so I'm helping adapt this one for VR chat. Okay, here's the original design here. This is what we're shooting for. And just focusing on the body painting today. The teeth should actually be yellow. Nice, looking really close. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. We're getting there. Getting there. Hopefully, we'll have him completely done by Friday. That's the goal. Did I say Ren? Let's say thank you, Ray. I think I might have said thank you, Ren. For the tongue, we're going to drop in a template flat. It's going to be this color right here. I'm going to say generator, world space normals, and just invert this. So that way the bottom of the tongue is dark. And in fact, for the whole body, we're going to do something very similar. We have this shadow layer. I'd like to go to the base, sample the color, make it slightly darker, a little bit more saturated, and then in here, the same world space, world space normals. Inverts this on the bottom now. Ooh. Is it really dark? Obviously, we don't want it that dark. But it just adds so much. Really helps pop the character out. Kind of like that. Instead of the linear dodge, I'm going to duplicate it and undo the invert and push the balance upwards. Now, it's a little bit darker on the top and on the bottom. And for the color, let's switch it to overlay. I want the saturation. I don't want it to be too much. There. Cool. So without with. Feel like it could be blurred a little. All right. Very dark in here. I think I'll paint that out. And export the textures again. Time for some food. Have a nice rest of your day. Same to you, Arctic. Enjoy your day. Thanks for coming by. And happy Monday. Made it through. First day done. A little darker than I would expect. So I think I must need to reset the reflections. And I'm actually just going to sample the body colors for these. Same with the rim lighting. Saturate. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. What I'm tempted to do is give his skin some very tiny micro details. Even just a small amount of noise would make it look a lot more like skin. Right now, it's just this kind of odd smooth. But if we went in here and we added in bump, we just added in a fill. One of these, set it to triplanar, scale it 20 times, turn off the color, turn on the height. Actually, yeah, we'll do something like this. Then just add a fill above it, set it to multiply. Just give ourselves a little slider to control that. Now that's not the kind of texture we want. It's repeating very oddly. Maybe set it to 210. Not 200. Be better. Let's try something a little bit more high frequency. Good noise. 2, 1. Oh, that's pretty nice, actually. It's a tiny amount of micro detail. I don't dislike that. Let's see what it looks like in Unity. No, I see it a little bit. Okay, I think that's exactly what I wanted though. Maybe just a little bit easier to see, a little bit stronger. A tiny amount. Oh, the reason I don't see it here is because I had changed the rim lighting. Use the other normals. Well, thought I did. It's just too strong. Oh, that looks really cool. Look at that. How cool that is. Those little highlights and stuff. Dope. Very good. Okay, I think we're hitting it right on the head. Right on the head. Now, the spot here, this gradient looks like it's banding. So let's smooth this out quite a bit. I think what we'll do is first rotate them to a nicer position. And like that. Then turn down the, can't quite turn down the balance, but I think I have to do a blur. I have to do a 3D blur, otherwise I'm going to lose the seams. Yeah, that's nice. I want to make a t-shirt in the middle. I would say, are you going to take me for a spaghetti day? A spaghetti day. Making me hungry. Why a spaghetti day? And the drawing also has a little bit of noise towards the bottom in this texture. We'll add a fill. Blue noise set to does that work? I want to blend them nicely. So that doesn't look too bad. Hello, Kabar. Welcome. Welcome. Not just YouTuber, that is a Skyrim mod which allows people in his Twitch stream to voice the NPCs. When he got to Lydia, she literally said, "Are you going to take me for a spaghetti day?" Drove to a series / movies. I'm not entirely sure, but it was very funny. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I would love to check out the AI NPC stuff at some point. You have to take into consideration the voice was literally a deep man voice, so having people have to say out of nowhere caught me off guard. Spaghetti day. Every day is a spaghetti day. All right. I think we're nearing the end of what we can do for the body today. What I'd really like to do is just do a soft shadow on the horns, and we'll call it there. Actually, no. For the skin bump, I give it just a little bit of color. Dun, 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 dun. We want gradients on the fingers, the horns, and the ears. A little too dark around the eyes. We do have a color for those eye sockets, so we'll add in here a template flat, which will be the color we're looking for. Or take that back. I'm going to copy these two, make a new template, paste those, delete them from here, or adjust the mask a little bit. So it's just the back. It's super dark. And this one will be that new dark blue. The new dark blue. Okay. Think about this one. We're going to make a new folder, drop this in here, and we'll call this eye makeup. And this will be the undertone. I don't know what the right word would be, but should have a little blue around there. And it's going to have nothing. Why can't I open this folder? Is there nothing in there? There's something in there. Why couldn't I open it? That was a bug. That was most definitely a bug. Should have been able to open that folder. But it betrayed me. Betrayed me. Nice little tone around there. Should have a little bit of gloss, but it's not everywhere. We don't have it over on this side. Why isn't it painting out? Excuse me. The opacity is super low. A little bit of blurry. And then we're going to do another set of lines. We'll call this mascara lines, I guess. They're not really mascara lines, but whatever. It's a good term. It's going to be very dark blue. I'm going to use the paint. Use one. Here. And we'll do, so we'll call this ink. And above this, we'll do an erase along that. Which, once again, turn down the size, turn up the hardness. Okay. That way we can get these slides. Maybe I'll do this with geometry. Just lower that amount. I just want to apply it. Imply it. I don't even know if it's going to show up, to be honest. It's like just out of reach. Can I not reorder these? Ah, man. Tool that's almost useful. Almost useful. And back to erase a log path. Oh. Time for me to head out. Have a great day, Sam. Same to you, Zoom. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for hanging out today. Hope you have a great Monday. And we'll see you tomorrow. Mañana. Still pretty sharp here. Do slight blur. Just one more place I'd like to add. Here. Back to the path. And I want to get the whole edge of the and then can we make the size smaller? And then we'll put it with the blur. Maybe. Oh, okay. Save, export this. Hopefully this even shows up. Oh, it's 420, guys. 420 blazing. Oh. Save. Refresh the eye. Okay, that's looking a lot nicer. And much closer to the actual stuff. You know, the stuff and things. The eye is a little annoying because the outline, we can see the eye through the outline. So it's leading to this very aliased edge right here. I don't like that. And easiest way to fix that with the Wyoming shader is actually to use a mask. So we're going to make a user 0 layer, set the base to white, and then on the very top, make a layer called outline mask. Set the user 0 to black. Now we can paint out where we want the stiff outline. So I think what we're actually going to do is not get rid of it completely. Just want it gone in the back here. And then we'll do a another bevel. Or maybe other way. We'll fill it in. And then do a bevel. Like that. A little bit of smoothing. And let's export that. See how that goes. All right, I have to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. 1 moment. I return. Kabar, let's hope for the best about this project. See you, bro. Sounds good, Kabar. Enjoy your day. Thanks for coming by. I know you probably headed out already, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Okay. I don't see the eye poking through anymore, so that did do what I wanted it to, which is awesome. We still get the dark outline, just not poking through anymore, I think. Kind of does at a distance. From here, it's still happening. I'm just... Do I just get rid of it? I'd rather make this edge dark. Let's leave it for now. All right, I got another 20 minutes and then I'll be heading out. And yeah, we're gonna do the same thing we did a second ago. We've got our bevel, we've got our eye sockets. We're gonna grab the eye socket again. This time we're gonna turn off smoothing, bevel it in. It's a little bit of smoothing. This. The outside, yeah. Okay. And then maybe just a little filter, blur. There. Save. And export again. It is darker. Need to push it out a little bit further. Then I do need to adjust that mask. Let's see, 0. So it should be right on the edge, just right on the edge. And then back to outline mask. We'll push. Just turn off. And I just turn off or switch with a blur. Probably a little too dark. A little bit too far, but now we're not getting things too chunky is happening. Chunky. I think that looks nice and clear and crisp. So I think that's where we want it. It needs to be cleaned up right there a little. That's probably a baking issue. But then he looks good. I really love how the hair came out. I think that just looks amazing. I want the wings to look very similar. Probably the hooves too. If we can make them a little bit more metallic or something, that would be nice. Also, the tail and skin don't match. Figure that out. But that's probably a tomorrow thing. Overall, I think he's looking awesome. Okay, get the gradient on the horns. And we'll just do another template here, which we'll call skin gradients. We'll grab a nice color from the... Oh, I made a mistake. I make a bunch of soup at the start of the week. I think I made a mistake. I made this one spicy, quite spicy. I don't think I have it in me to eat really spicy soup for 10 days straight or whatever. Whoopsies. Whatever it's going to be. It's a little much. Awesome. And we'll do another one. This is the horns. Glad they made it much easier to adjust the handles here. Because it was really tricky to try to get the handles working sometimes. They just didn't scale. Straight up did not scale when you adjusted them. Now they're working super nice. Is the option? Yeah. World space. Save it. Horn time! Time for the horns! Time to get horn. Oh, well, wait. Can't say that. Oh, I need to make sure these all linear dodge. Very important. Otherwise, I'm just undoing all the work I did. And look at these fingers really quick. Just the balance in them. Just give them a very slight blue tint. I don't know if I want these ones to be shiny. I definitely want the horn to be shiny. I don't know, actually. I'll just do the color for now. Duplicate this, set this to just a flat. Multiply. Right. Interesting. Funny that all these things were right in the same spot. Good evening. I finally got some time to sit down and work on 3D stuff, but it's already almost midnight and I got no energy. Hope everyone is doing well. Hello, Cornfather. Welcome. Only just noticed the face in the UV map, Lamau. Haunting. Like a Dark Souls NPC, the wariness. Why the long face? Get out of here. That face is you right now, Corn. Well, you did catch me towards the end of the stream, Corn. We'll be leaving in about 5 minutes for the end of day. Me, when I sit down and realize the day is already over. I mean, feel that. It's going fast today. It's going fast. Well, I'm glad I caught the end and didn't miss it completely. All we really did was work on this, painting the body today. Just coming along. The hair came out really well. Saw the Blender Market's 10th birthday free stuff. Someone mentioned that earlier, and I think Retopo Flow's out right now. Very interested to keep an eye on the future ones. Retopo Flow is pretty good, but I swear there's a free version out for it already. But still worth checking out. Specifically Retopo Flow 4.0 alpha. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, they are updating it so that what am I trying to say? There's something special about it. I like the hair colors. Thank you. Yeah, that came out really well. All right, one last thing, and then I gotta go. Gotta run. Gotta run. I don't really need to run, but I do need to go. After this, I want to copy this, put it on the body alt. And get rid of the mask. It doesn't apply in this case, but okay, yeah, I think that's closer to what I want. And then we'll put the So I like the metallic sheen to some of these objects. It looks really nice. Metallic sheen. Metallic machine. Yeah, that looks fucking awesome, actually. Oh, wow. That looks really good. Yep. The clue for tomorrow is crowd control. So maybe some crowd sim stuff. Oh, very cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just gives it that little bit of luster right in there. All right, let's take some screenshots and vamos. Nice roughness maps. Thank you. Oops. X. It does look really good in motion. It is funny how things can look in motion or not in motion. A, B, C, D. All right, y'all. It is time. Oh, well. Now he's a shiny god. Yeah, perfect time. But I will catch you all later. It is time for me to go. I got to go get some food, go hang out with my brother, play some D&D. Good night. But thank you all for hanging out with me. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Monday. Been a good start for me, so I hope it's been a good start for you too. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to do a lot of fun stuff tomorrow. We're going to be getting into the clothing, baking and painting the clothing. And then after that, it's all just tweaking and getting into finalizing. Hopefully, we'll definitely be done by Friday. Hopefully sooner. But other than that, looking forward to the classes starting Wednesday. We'll see you then. But yeah, Cornfather, have a good one as well. Thank you all for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye.